I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're staying safe at home. Today, I want to share a life lesson that I learned this morning from one of my patients during my consult. When we consult with people with diseases or any condition, we make it a point to assess the emotional wellness of that particular person. And today, while I was speaking to this aged gentleman, he mentioned about one of the most emotionally impactful events in his life was the death of his 25-year-old son. The gentleman I was speaking to was in his early 60s. And yet when I started the call, he was positive, he was happy, not the guy who pretends to be. You know, you can make out people who pretend to be positive, people who pretend to be happy all the time. You know, he was genuinely happy, positive, full of life. And I asked him in between, I said, you mentioned that this was the deepest, most negative situation in your life, as it would be for any father or mother. Said, yet you're so positive. How did you get through all of this? So he said, you know, Luke, it is difficult. I still miss him. I grieve him. We loved each other. He was part of our entire family. But I decided to start focusing not on what I lost, but on the 25 years of life that I had with him. That was such a profound statement. It's easy for us to say these things if we've not lost people in our loved ones, but when someone who's gone through that loss is actually able to do it. I was so inspired. I told him, I am so inspired. This is the lesson that I have learned today. That when we tend to lose in life, you know, we lose loved ones through debt or out of relationships or maybe business losses. And whatever we lose, we tend to just focus on the loss. And we slip into depression, into anxiety, into the victim mode. It's about nutrition and diets and exercise and sleep. It is also about our attitude in life. Like I keep saying, the biggest disability is a bad attitude. And only we can fix that. Money can't buy that. Coaches can't change that for you. It is only us who can change our attitude. So sometimes in life when we've lost certain things, we can at least try to focus on when things were going well for us. You know, the biggest part in life, because we deal with dying patients all the time, you know, is regret. Okay, it's all about regret that we have. So today we know, you and I both know that our parents are going to die. Our loved ones are going to die. We will die. Our children will die. Our friends will die. So what does that teach us? What does that teach us? Not to waste time. Life is so fragile. Not to waste time with things like anger, you know, unforgiveness and all of these things. They don't serve us any purpose. I know it's difficult. I'm not trying to take away from your pain. It's difficult. Like he said, it is difficult. Every time I see his picture when I wake up, I miss him. But immediately I start focusing on all the happy memories that we built when he was a child, when he was a teenager, and all of that stuff. And that's what's keeping him going. Like 15 years later, he's going strong, he's positive, everything's looking good. I think that's a lesson that all of us can take away with. You know, we tend to take life for granted, you know. So whatever little problems we may have with our parents, our loved ones, and all of that stuff, if it can be fixed, don't waste time. You never know when life's going to be taken away from you or your loved ones. And start building memories so that we can focus on the good things. So like I said, we all know everyone around us is going to die. So knowing that our parents are going to die, what is the one thing that we can do today? Build memories with them right now. Spend that time. Talk to them. Forgive for the past. Let go of things. No one is perfect. You are not perfect. Your parents are not perfect. Your lover isn't perfect. Your child isn't perfect. The sooner we realize this, the easier it is for us to let go, accept, and forgive. But we have to understand. We have to understand at the end of the day, this holding on to grudges, inability to let go, unforgiveness is absolutely serving us no purpose. It may never have been your fault to get hurt in the first place, but you are giving away your peace of mind by holding on to it. So I think when we have a problem in life, yes, it's there. We're not taking away from it, but we need to focus on the opposite of what was the good part of what it was or who that person was while that relationship lasted. So I think regret happens when someone dies, and the regret is our own guilt from not spending enough of time, not saying that we love them, we didn't forgive them, and now we have that guilt because we can never ever do that in our life. So that's a life lesson I learned today. I didn't want to speak about nutrition, exercise, or anything, because at the end of the day, it reminds us that the biggest disability is a poor attitude. We can spend the rest of our time complaining, whining, blaming, using our ego and pride to make us feel a little bit happy. But at the end of the day, if we're still unfulfilled and empty in our heart, we know that we're a fraud to ourselves. We know that we are a lie to ourselves. I think the essence of a really well-lived life is our ability to face ups and downs, forgive, let go, and accept. Yes, it's not easy. It's difficult, but only you can do it. And I think the sooner we realize that, the more wholesome and the more full our life is going to be. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.